They were willing to put up a letter of understanding of their willingness to do this. However, there's some details in there that I know that would not work for, as the town would do this. I certainly didn't have the time to respond to the Giordano's on that. And that's why that particularly was not a fully fleshed out letter of understanding. However, that's an understanding on their part, and they did agree to bring this thing through a rather long period of time for several things. What we do with any of the buildings, all of the buildings that are involved in this, and in particular, to see what the Board of Ed wants to do. What it became very clear is that the superintendents who are living in those buildings don't want it. And so now, but we don't have an option. There's no options right now today on what they can do. So we can, this one building, or this particular swap, will give us that option. Whether they go here or they go there, but whatever happens, by that, Giordano's agreeing to do a longer term out there and do a swap. We'd actually be landlords on another building, and the town would be the landlord, or they would be the tenant to the Giordano's on the other building. Very simple. The only thing is, now, if the Board of Ed absolutely does not want to move, then this whole deal is off.
Okay.
If they absolutely don't want to move.
Let me pick it up from there.
But yes, it's unusual, John, but you've never had another thing like this happen.
It's not only unusual, it's really badly handled, quite frankly.
Well, actually, I think, excuse me, it's interesting that when I read the newspaper after the Board of Selectmen's meeting, where some of the Board of Selectmen were blaming the RTM for dragging its feet, and I remember, I think, seeing a quote there, John, that you really thought that this swap was really a terrific deal for the town.
I absolutely agree with that. I think you should have had this thing in your hands months ago, and I think what I went through with the walkthrough last night, I think it's a no-brainer. There's no way in the world this isn't the right thing for the town to be doing. The problem is you folks weren't given any information to work on. Now, I'm not clear on the state statute, but I'm going to take Mr. Carano's word for it, that they do probably have some statutory control of that building. What's not happening is nobody's talking to anybody. And absolutely, the Board of Ed should be brought into the equation. They should understand and be absolutely promised that when all is said and done, hopefully they'll only have to move once, and they'll be in a facility that is adequate, if not better than their needs, one way or the other, wherever it is. So with a little bit of cooperation and understanding on their part, I don't think that's going to be a big problem. They're not stupid. They're not going to shoot themselves in the foot and queer this deal and have to wind up staying in that dump for the rest of their lives, right? With an understanding that you're going to wind up in a proper facility.
Yeah.
You'll be fine with that, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, we want to sit down and talk about it.
The problem is they haven't been part of the loop, and they need to be, because they need to know that we're not going to put them off in an orphanage someplace. But the rest of this, I think you should make use of this meeting, and you've got the executive summary in front of you. Look through that quickly and give some points of understanding, things that you might have a problem with. Already somebody raised the issue about the right of first refusal on construction work, so forth. Give them some feedback, and I don't see why within a week you can't have a document that is put together with the agreement of Town Hall and the Giordano family to actually work on and approve. I think we have to be fair to the Giordano family. Their business side of this equation is suffering, and we owe it to them to be expedient in our handling of it. We've been anything but that historically. So make use of this meeting, give them some feedback, and let's get a document that everybody can agree on. Thank you.